well, when it comes to compromising, I've got some stories about compromising. But I remember this one time here at BOU, Idaho. I was dating this girl, and I really liked her, and she really liked me from what I could tell. And so I thought it would be a good idea to date and have her be my girlfriend and me be her boyfriend. So when it came time to have the DTR, as we all know those situations, yeah, I know, right? And anyways, the DTR showed up, and I said, I expressed my opinions, and she said that as much as she liked me, she just felt like she was too young to get too serious, and she felt like she needed to go out and date other people because she needed to experience life. And so she came up with a compromise, and I said, okay, let's hear your compromise. And she said, all right, we can date each other, but I'm going to date other people too. And I said, how is that a compromise? She said, because you get to date other people too. And I said, but, okay, so we got, I like you and you like me, but we're going to meet in the middle and say we date each other and other people. That just doesn't, that's not a very, a compromise is where two people want different things and you meet in the middle and you kind of cut it in half. It's kind of a lose-lose situation. So I lost what I wanted and she lost what she wanted. And so that was kind of a lopsided compromise, but that was her idea of a compromise. And I said, well, you can't have your cake and eat it too. So I got out of there. that was my situation.
Going along with that, I've got a story too. Like, my roommate, for example, he's from Las Vegas, and he says that he likes things hot. And I'm not being racist when I say he's Mexican.
It's an observation.
It's an observation. He says he's Mexican all the time. But the problem is, like, right now it's already hot in the apartment. We don't have AC. It's like 80, 90 degrees in the apartment. I come into the bedroom, and it's like 120. He has the heat cranked all the way up to high.
Fool.
Stupid. And I'm always, it's dumb, but I'm always sitting there like,
You're like baking cookies in your closet. It's like,
well, he might be baking something. But for me, it's like, okay, when I walk in, I turn the heat down so I can go to sleep. Otherwise, I'm waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm just drenched in sweat, right?
that's not fun.
And it's not fun at all, especially for me. So I turn the heat off, but he complains in the morning that he's too cold. So it's like, well, what are we gonna do?
Tell him to put a Snuggie on.
Well, that's the thing.
Snuggie.
He's got one little thin blanket. And I keep telling him, okay, this is what we should do to collaborate, so it's a win-win situation. I'll give you more blankets if I can keep the heat off.
Word.
There you go.
But he won't let me do it.
He won't.
He won't use my blankets.
Does he not know how to?
Maybe you need
Have
to
a-
find him a girlfriend and
Cuddle buddy.
yeah.
All night? That's kind of against
Okay,
honor code.
well,
Well, yeah. Yeah, so
Scratch
that's,
that.
Uh-huh.
So we should collaborate more on that one.
that's not gonna work out. Okay, so I guess I'm going to share my story. For accommodating, it's like when you are not in the wrong, but yet you're the one to apologize, which I have done my entire life. And sometimes I just want to be the brat and be like, no, you need to be the one to apologize because it's your fault and I don't want to have to be the one to do it. Does that make sense? Like,
Totally makes sense.
I don't know. It's just really frustrating.
Yeah, that happens.
It's kind of stupid.
It's kind of, what is it? It's kind of what?
It's kind of stupid.
I've had relationships like that.
Yeah. Well, we all compete, right? I mean, it's life. But one story that I kind of thought of. High school, I was playing football. Freshman year, this was the first year after playing football. So we go into sophomore year where we kind of mix the JV and varsity team together. I go up to my coach, what can I do to start first year? What can I do to start the games? He's like, well, there's a guy in your spot if you want to play that position. There's a guy that's right now he's better than you. He was a senior. I'm like, oh crap, never gonna be able to get to play. There goes my dreams. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'll become addicted to games or something, but I don't know. But so I asked my coach, well, what can I do though? Can I work harder? What can I do? I asked him if I can do drills or something. He's like, well, something's got to happen to the guy on first string. Something's got to happen. I'm like, well, what should I do, coach? Like, well, break his leg or something. Coach, this is high school football. It's not like a Assassin's Cult or Creed or something.
Speaking of video games, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. I prefer Halo myself, but old school. So I'm at home one day. I'm like, what can I do? I'm actually playing Halo. Come to think of it. I'm like, Mom, I need a soda. So she gives me a soda, and I'm thinking, I'm seeking inspiration through Halo. It's a pretty good source of inspiration.
Boys.
I've given it up though. The boss,
Typical.
the boss says I can't play Halo anymore. But so I get revelation. I'm like, maybe I should hurt him, like sprain his ankle, not break it, but sprain it.
Did you think of how you were gonna do that?
I
Like, did you
actually-
even come up with the plan?
I actually kind of did. Because, okay, so we practice. It's called a high-low. So two people tackle one person at the same time. So one person goes high, one person goes low. So I was gonna go low and just try to get his knee or something, like
Just
a
roll right over him.
just roll
Just
something.
roll it wrong, and
Yeah.
And no one would ever know.
it's
Genius.
quite
Sure.
a competition. if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Did you do it?
Well, luckily the next day he was already hurt, so it didn't. So
Someone beat you to the punch.
I guess,
Literally.
I guess I avoided the whole
Slip
competition.
somebody a
but-
little hundy or something.
I don't know, it's
Little
like-
Benjamin.
I think I brought him some cookies or brownies or something.
Oh, okay, so speaking of not really anything to do with competing, but
Speaking of the next subject.
avoiding, and I think everybody here in this room knows what I'm talking about. All those,
Amen.
all those dates that we,
Hallelujah.
okay.
Amen.
I'm gonna speak now.
Okay, go ahead.
So all those dates that you go on up here at school, and then like the next day or Monday, whatever, after the weekend's over, you go on campus, and that's the first person you see. Like, and it was an awkward day, it wasn't good, or you got in a fight, or whatever the situation may be, and you're just walking along and you see them and you just whoop, like turn right around the other way. And they're doing the same thing too, though. You can see them like, oh, they see me, I see them, and they just totally go, whoop.
Or they whip out their cell phone, they pretend like they're on the cell phone, they didn't see
Yes,
you.
that's typical.
Oh, yeah.
Like people do that in class or.
Earbuds in.
Speaking of avoidance, I just saw when we were walking over here, we walked right past one of my ex-girlfriends, and I totally walked the other way. I was like, gonna...
But did she see you though?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Oh,
Oh, she didn't see
Okay.
me. Well, I don't think she did. Well, maybe she did, but
I'm just saying.
I took another path. As we can.
Or even sometimes when someone's like, oh, Michelle, or hey, and you just kind of like don't even act like that just happened. Like my mom or my dad when they do that, like, hey, Michelle, come clean the kitchen or something.
yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yep.
what is that noise? Jeez. Just
All
saying.
right. Well, there you go.